Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Gimme 3 podcast. I'm one of the hosts, JQ, and enjoy the presentation.
We love. All right, y'all. So, first thing on the board, we got Mark Williams trade has been rescinded. How do you feel about that?
Are we feeling?
Actually, hold on. Back
We got
all
a white
the way
boy
up.
back.
Hold on, back it all the way up.
Yeah, you
back it all the way
you,
up. My boy
you
Trent.
can't do all. You
Welcome
can't
to
do
the
all.
Yeah. Back it all the way up. To all the viewers out there, this is our guest, Trent from TopNotchHotTakes, otherwise known as our Miami Heat Network. Let him introduce himself.
Yeah, man, what's good with y'all, man? I do a few things on this YouTube stuff, man. I cover the NBA on my Top Notch, and then I cover the Heat on my Miami Heat Network, man. So I'm pretty sure y'all seen me before, heard my voice. I'll be going crazy on these debates and stuff like that, man. But I appreciate y'all letting me have come on the show and stuff, and keep grinding, man, for sure.
All right, bet.
Nah, we just appreciate you
Cool,
coming.
appreciate
We
it.
appreciate you watching us, low key. Low
Hey,
key.
so
First guest.
We starting. I let the Lakers fans take
All right,
this one
bro.
away. Mark Williams trade has been rescinded. How do y'all feel?
We got our white boy back. Man. I'm so happy about that, bro. Look, I get it. I love Mark Williams. He's a hooper for real. But like, you can't trade a rookie. Not before it. Look, I get it. We needed a center. But the fact that Charlotte was gonna give us Mark Williams, even though he failed his physical, is kind of crazy to me. But we got our white boy back. I can't really complain.
I got
we
mixed.
center
I got
though.
mixed feelings on it. Like, we didn't end up getting a center, but I do like Dalton Connect. But it's like, is it gonna? It gotta be weird in that locker room. I mean, they just drafted you, and then a couple months later, they ship you off. As soon
Get
as
out.
they get Luka, like I would pay to be in that locker room right now. But for the trade, it sucks. They just picked up Alex Lynn out of free agency. I forgot he was even still in the league.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you.
I mean, he wasn't. That's why he was a free agent.
I mean, hey, we're on a little win streak right now. I'm hoping to keep that going.
Okay. After watching the first game,
Only lost to
against,
Philly.
that's a bad loss.
Wait, what?
But
That's a bad loss, but what?
And
After
we beat the champions though. We beat the champions though. That's all that matters.
y'all yapping. All right. First game with Luka Doncic, Utah versus Lakers. Did y'all feel like the need of a center was missed there or no?
That's all that matters.
Y'all yapping. All right.
I mean, it was Utah.
First game with Luka Doncic.
Holy lag.
We good? Utah versus Lakers. Y'all
I mean,
need of
it
a
was
center was
Utah.
missed there or no?
Oh, my Discord lagging.
Jay, you good? Okay.
Oh my God. All right, but yeah, first game, Luka Doncic. I think it was all right. I think he was still shaking off a bit of the rust. I mean, it was his first game since Christmas. Like, he was a little rusty. Shooting was a little. He went like, I want to say like 1 for 7 from 3. Like that was to be expected. But I think overall, like, he had a pretty good game. I say. 14
Those
points.
playmaking skills go crazy.
Exactly. Like, he made Jackson Hayes look like what the Pelicans thought he was going to be, at least for one game only. And I get it's the Utah Jazz. But in the little bit I like what I saw from Luka last night. It gave me hope.
I like it too.
Trent,
Those
threes
threes are crazy though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I ain't about to come on here to be talking crazy about the Lakers. 'Cause I don't like them. But what I will say is, that Mark Williams trade's tough, man. I heard some information after that trade went through that like, not even just to say this, just to say it because it did happen. But I knew that trade wasn't going through, man. I actually heard some stuff about that, about his back. And so when I seen him get rescinded, I was like, it's tough for them because you got Jackson Hayes. But I mean, at the end of the day, Luka makes any center look good. I mean, him and Gafford, him and Lively, they were balling out and stuff like that. Jackson Hayes is trash to me, but hopefully, Luka and that lob thing can work. And like you said, I mean, they play the Utah Jazz. Like, this don't surprise me, man. You got Jordan Goodwin putting up 17 points, man. Let's see him do that against OKC and all these in the Denver Nuggets. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, it sucks. It sucks you lost Mark Williams, but then again, like, bro, this dude does not stay on the court. He played 85 games in 3 years. So like we all know, Lakers fans, y'all complain the most about injuries. Well, he gonna get there. He gonna drop a 20 and 20 and they get injured. He don't stay healthy. He has like 5 injuries per season. So you got to deal with Alex Len now, who's garbage. I mean, I don't remember the last time this dude was good. Probably 2018, 2019. So, I mean, good luck. And let's see what Jackson Hayes can do against Jokic, because we all know Denver owns y'all.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Lord. No, I feel like this shit is different. I feel like this shit is different.
I say that every.
You might be delusional. You might be
I've known you half
delusional.
my life, you said this every year. I've known you. I'm gonna keep it a band, bro.
Bro, this was the same dude. I don't want to hear nothing about this year, bro. You just went through the Jimmy Butler saga.
Okay, whoa. Paul, back that all the way up. That Jimmy Butler saga, we made out a lot better than I thought we were gonna make out. That's all I'm gonna say. We made out with one potential All-Star. I'm gonna put quotes up All-Star. 2 actual All-Stars in television.
All-Star is kind of crazy. All-Star is kind of crazy.
At the very least,
Look,
he's about a 20-point per game.
Maybe K-pop stance, maybe.
Scrappy wing defender. That's all we need. He's a great fit for our system. I think Eric Spoelstra's gonna love him. And the first game, you can't blame him. He's not a Luka Doncic. Okay. And then we got Davion. Too. Amazing fit. We need a point guard.
That's a good trade. I really like Davion. I really do like Davion, man. I love defenders. There's something about defenders. I feel like he's a really good defender, bro. I like Davion. He got a lot.
Yeah, that was our best offer that we was gonna get. Let's be for real. That was the best offer he was getting, bro. If Bradley Beal landed on my team, bro, I was no longer being bro. I promise you.
I think the worst report that came out that I saw was the Julius Randle things. I'm not gonna lie, if I saw Big Jew come to my team and I had to see Bam, Big Jew minutes.
Well, I would have been laughing so hard
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Say that Julius Randle's a former Laker. That's yo dude. That's yo man.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was supposed to be y'all's man.
Y'all are lucky the Warriors got desperate as hell because they was trying to find any superstar to pair with Curry. They called KD. They was calling about LeBron. They probably called about Jalen Brunson for all we know. Like, y'all got lucky but I mean, I think it was a good trade for y'all though. At the end of the day, but the Warriors were desperate as hell.
You talk about luck like you didn't just stumble upon Luka Doncic. We're gonna
listen.
Hey, shout out to Nico Harrison, bro. Shout out to
Nico Harrison, greatest GO of all time.
I think we can move on to the next little segment. I mean, we're kind of already there, but aftermath of all the trades. Let's start with Sacramento.
Savior of Los Angeles.
Anybody want? All right, Darren, you want to talk about Sacramento and the aftermath of all their trades?
Sacramento, I mean, I just saw literally right before this came on, DeMar DeRozan DeMar DeRozan just hit a game winner. Then again, I mean, it was Dallas, but Dallas played a good game overall. But I mean, like, it's the Sacramento thing is kind of weird because like I don't really know what their I guess their future is. Like, okay, like how far is Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan? Like, you make the playoffs, you make the play-in a couple times, you make you maybe make the playoffs, get bounced first round. Like, I don't really know what their MO is at the end of the day, but for right now at least, look, if you're a Kings fan, you just got rid of your franchise player. I think you just enjoy the games that you get out of DeMar and LaVine. I mean, you still got Sabonis, borderline All-Star in a normal year. Hey man, I guess you just enjoy it for what you got till you restart that rebuild, man.
I hear it. Trent, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Like, when I seen the Kings movement, I just feel like it's a bunch of star players just teamed up together, bro. I mean, I know LaVine and DeRozan play together in Chicago. But dude, I just don't see LaVine, DeRozan, Sabonis, and Jonas Valanciunas on the court together. I just don't see it.
This Wi-Fi,
I just don't see
this
it
Wi-Fi
working.
get on my nerves.
Yeah.
And then you got Malik Monk and stuff like that. Like, they're just trying to still stay competitive. I mean, I respect it. I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since recently, of course, but before that it was like 18, 15 years, whatever. And then they also got some capital off that De'Aaron Fox trade, man. So That trade, but the trade that's weird to me is the Toronto Raptors trade, man. Like Brandon Ingram to Toronto just don't make sense to me. What's y'all saying with Ingram and Scotty and RJ? Like it's cool, like y'all got wing, y'all athletic and stuff like that, but you give Ingram today $40 million. Like, bro, Ingram is another injury prone ass player. Sorry to swear, but like it's like that Toronto Raptors trade just didn't make sense to me. I get it, they bought Ingram low because they gave up Bruce Brown and he was gonna leave that team anyways. But I just don't understand that Brandon Ingram trade at all.
On the opposite side of that, I think I love the Brandon Ingram trade to Toronto. Like personally, I was one of Brandon Ingram's biggest fans in New Orleans. I got a jersey for that man. I'm mad, but whenever you sit up here and you say, I think the core of I'm gonna say Emmanuel Quickly because they paid him. He has to be part of the core. Emmanuel Quickly, let's say RJ Barrett, you got Bi and Scotty. I think that core four is really strong in the sense that they have nothing to lose at the moment. If they're bad, they get a draft pick. If they're good, I think that it does wonders for Scotty. Bi's legacy is gonna be Bi's legacy. He's not. I don't think anybody's going to look at him as this All NBA player ever, but
Nope.
at most an All Star. I think it just makes sense. I think for any team that could have ended up with Brandon Ingram, I think that Toronto is the right team for him. Just because, I mean, where else was he going to go? New Orleans didn't want him. No contender wants to pay
They
him.
would lose it too bad.
Miami.
I say that like I would have liked him in Miami, but I think overall I would have preferred either Zach LaVine or Andrew. I'm not going to say Andrew Wiggins, but Zach LaVine or like De'Aaron Fox at the deadline would have been amazing.
You would have preferred Andrew
No.
Wiggins?
I'm not going to say that.
You would
stopped-
prefer Andrew Wiggins over Brandon Ingram?
I
The
stopped my
K-pop stand? I'm sick.
Lord.
I-
Like I think for Brandon Ingram, like I mean, I guess you get to be a star because like right now they're like a competitive rebuild team. Like they're losing games, but like if they're not like getting their ass kicked on most nights, like they at least keep it competitive. But I don't. The Brandon Ingram trade is it was just a musty move. Like I get why the Pelicans made it because he didn't want to re-sign. You've been trying to trade him for a while. But the Raptors, I mean, I guess like you said, the Quickly, Barnes, and Barrett and Ingram tandem to like, but like, what like, it's
shit
okay.
mid.
Like that's a mid like trio.
Mid
Like
team.
who's looking at? Hey, Toronto they got RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, hey Brandon Ingram. Hey, they finna do something. Like in the East, best case scenario, what they make like the 6th seed. Best
You think
case
they make the 6th seed?
I think,
and
You
that's
think
on
they
a
make the 6th?
that's on a good year,
I
a
think
really good
that-
year.
when you're talking about Toronto, I think that they needed the scoring that Brandon Ingram provides, just simply because when you look at the team, where are you getting your buckets from? You're not getting it from Mike Quick. Scotty's going to give you a solid 20 every night, and then you look at RJ Barrett, who is the streakiest player I've ever seen in my life. But he's been having a good little career in Toronto. So then Brandon Ingram, who's been a solid 22, 23 point per game scorer his entire career, I think that's a great pickup for them. That's just how I look.
Go
I
ahead.
feel like it's too early. Building team. It's a real building team. I feel like you should have signed him into free agency, but you do risk the chance of not getting him because of other teams.
I mean,
But
they
like,
didn't,
I just feel like it's too early.
they didn't really give up
Sure.
anything for him. Like, let's be real. But they lost Bruce Brown.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
I mean,
They bought extremely
Yeah.
low on a player like Brandon Ingram. I think that I'll say this: if any contending team could have given up Bruce Brown for Brandon Ingram, I think any of them would have done it. Let's be real. So then you look at Toronto, and you criticize them for it. I just don't see the criticism, especially in a weak Eastern Conference at the moment. Maybe they're hoping for a playoff berth.
Can he stay healthy though?
That's the question.
That's another question. Can he stay healthy?
Uh,
Like you gave him 40 a year. I need
Right.
my boy making 40 a year to stay healthy. I mean, he hasn't played much this year.
Right.
I mean, I think
Listen.
the hope is that you just have at least a bit of you got something to sell to the fans. You're
Right.
like, hey, we might be ass, but we at least gonna be maybe mid. We got Brandon Ingram under contract. Like he might drop 40 tonight. He might drop 15. He got bare minimum gonna get you probably 20 when he healthy.
For all intents and
Like
purposes,
that's what you sell to the fans. I mean,
I hear it. For all
I mean,
intents
he
and
was
purposes,
with New Orleans. He was with New Orleans. New Orleans not really good for healthy reasons. I mean, look at the we're not even in football territory, but look at the New Orleans Saints.
oh, you just talk about the city. At this point.
Injury,
Yeah.
you just
injury,
want you just
injury.
want you just want to plug in the Saints. You just want to plug the Saints.
That's all it is.
That's all you
Look.
want to do.
But I think Vi can stay healthy. I mean, it's in Canada. Canada is probably one of the most healthiest cities.
What does that have to do with
anything?
I mean, y'all say y'all literally say, can you stay healthy? I think he can stay healthy in Canada. I think he can stay healthy.
I don't think
See,
the location is better.
I don't disagree with you. Like you say he can stay healthy, but what does Canada got to do with it?
I don't know where you're going, but look, I think that it puts them, like, for all intents and purposes, I think it puts them in a very similar situation as the Chicago Bulls. You're gonna be mid. You're not gonna win a lot of games, and you got some quote unquote all-stars in your team. Quote unquote, as in Brandon Ingram. I think Scotty could progress into an all-star eventually. I think he's a great player. I think we've talked about that team enough. There's better teams to be talking about. Let's move on to the Dallas Mavericks.
They're fucked.
Lord.
Let me tell you something about Dallas. They did it all now went like to go all in because they're like, listen, let's go acquire Anthony Davis. But then look how much it backfired to them already. This dude's gonna be out for a whole month and maybe even longer. And I heard some surgery might have to happen, so that's even gonna be worse. Then you're relying on Kyrie Irving to lead your team, which is not bad, but you had Luka at the time leading your team, and then Kyrie as a second option. So that sounds better, man. And when was the last time Kyrie Irving led a team? Was it probably Brooklyn? Him as the number one option, I think. And we see how that went.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So, like, it's tough over there, man. Like, and you got people coming at the owner, Nico Harris. Dude, he had to hire security guards, bro. Like, he had to hire some security, bro. But like, I like the trade for now, but for the like, you screw your team up in the next couple years or so, and then for the Lakers, obviously for the trade of them, like, I like it. I think it's a good move. You land a superstar player, that's gonna be your franchise guy when LeBron wraps it up. They was never gonna extend Anthony Davis. Now you're rolling with Luka. So I like it on the Lakers' perspective. Mavericks' perspective is like you're gambling on Anthony Davis' health. And, I mean, when he's playing, he's excellent. He can give you 20 and 20 at night. But, I mean, first game he comes back, he's already injured. What is going on?
You can't write a better script than that. You can't write a better script than that.
That first game, though, that man was going crazy in the first 3 quarters. He was.
I respected. I said, okay, maybe Nico Harrison is cooking. But, like, immediately after I said that, I saw a post, AD out. I was like, you can't write a better script than that. You can't. You literally can't. First game and he's already injured. Like, bro, I'm sick. I love my boy. I love it. But he's too fragile. He's glass. And Nico Harrison needs to be.
Like,
Look.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Darren.
I think for the Mavericks, I think like Trent said, for right now, if everybody's healthy, it's good trade. You got Anthony Davis when healthy, all NBA, all-star, all defensive player easily.
Get you that 2020.
The problem is either it's his ankle, his knee, his hip, his shoulder, his nuts. Something always hurt with Anthony Davis. My back, something always hurt with Anthony Davis. Like, and then like what you pay? If I'm not mistaken, isn't you gonna be paying like him like 40-something mil when he's like 35, 36?
Yeah. I think
Like, you're gonna be relying on an old Anthony Davis who, like, he don't stay healthy now. And like Kyrie, I like Kyrie, but like I don't know what they expect out of like for him to lead. Like last time, like Trent said it was like Brooklyn, and then before that Boston, and even with those runs, they didn't like go crazy. Like I think Boston when he led, because the time they went to the Eastern Conference Finals, it was a Terry Rozier. Aside from that, they got bounced. What was like second round, first round by the Bucks, and then Nets. I don't think they made the playoffs that first year. No,
they didn't.
But
They
then
made it.
KD and
They
Harden
made it.
came in.
Did they?
Yeah.
No, because the first Kyrie year was the bubble year.
That's what they didn't make it the first year.
You talk about Brooklyn or Boston? We talk about
We're talking
Brooklyn.
about
Right?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Oh yeah, they made it the first year. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
No.
Yeah.
And then the years after that,
yeah.
KD and Harden came in. At that point, you got KD and Harden when they were healthy. That was a whole nother thing. Moral of the story, I'm going on, but Mavericks, they're screwed. They're fucked for the future. Right now, they still fucked because your third option. Right now, as this is recorded, Derek Lively is hurt. Daniel Gafford is hurt. Anthony Davis is hurt. You got no big man, and you're relying on Kyrie, Max Christie, and 30-some-year-old Klay Thompson. That's your big three. In the big 2025.
And PJ's not playing right now.
PJ's hurt
too? And PJ Washington.
Well, he's not hurt, but he has like birth. Like he's got to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I see Caleb Martin's out. They got Caleb Martin's out. Dwight Powell's out. Dante Exum's questionable. Just naming players on the roster.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole ass hospital I'm seeing.
You want to hear something worse? They pay Anthony Davis $62 million in 2027, 2028. Oh yeah.
Damn.
They cook.
Hey.
They all cook. They cook, bro. Like,
hey, you know what? Shout out Anthony Davis. He getting the bag for real. Hey man, shout out, man. Shout out his age.
He deserves it.
I don't think it's gonna be as bad as I think they will be in title contention for the next 2 to 3 years. I think after that, then you're starting to look at old and worn down Kyrie. I say title bro. I think that just because you were looking at the fact that they had Luka Doncic, you're underrating the fact that they have Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. Let's be real. Come on. I understand the whole the whole argument of okay, Luka Doncic is a way better offensive talent, but at the end of the day, like Nico Harrison said, he wanted a two-way all NBA, all defensive type player. He got that in Anthony Davis. If Jason Kidd and that entire coaching staff utilizes Anthony Davis and that Kyrie Irving system effectively, I can see them as title contenders, especially coming out of the West. Maybe not. I'm not saying especially because it's a weak conference, but I'm saying go look at them make it to the Western Conference Finals with OKC. I can see Grizzlies. My top 3 teams is probably Mavs, OKC, Grizzlies in the West. I don't see the Lakers as a title contention until they get a center. They just can't come out of the.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, hold on. You said Mavs, OKC, and Grizzlies. Where the hell Rockets at?
I don't see them in the. I'm gonna be honest. I put them in a similar tier as OKC last year.
Hold on. Wait. So you think Memphis is better than Houston?
Yes. The reason I say this is because I'm gonna put Houston in a similar tier as OKC last year, where they were really good in the regular season, but I don't think they're experienced enough to do anything in the playoffs.
I agree. I like that take. But what I will say is Memphis' best player can't stay healthy. John Morant, you realize one thing about John Morant, I don't think he's the best player on the team no more. I think it's Jaren Jackson Jr. He's the best player on that team. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Yo, John Morant, completely, ever since all the stuff that has happened with him and outside of hoops, he's still a great player. Don't get me wrong. I have a jersey of John Morant. But I need John Morant was supposed to be the face of the NBA. He was going to be the face of the NBA or one of these two players, right? And then John Morant completely fell off in the terms of how excellent this dude could have been. Seriously. And I think he's still great, but there's just nights where I'm just he's not as aggressive as I wish he was. He's getting outplayed by his other players on his team. I trust the Rockets coaching staff. I trust the Rockets younger players. I mean, Amen Thompson is going to be a superstar in this league, straight up two-way player. I like Sengun. He's a mini Jokic. That Memphis team to me is not deep enough. I think Rockets are way deeper than them just because of their depth-wise. And people don't even talk about it. I don't think he's going to play as much, but they still got a number 3 overall pick on their bench that's going to develop in Reed Shepherd in the upcoming years, man. This team is deep. And don't forget, their head coach went to the finals.
Right.
I get it. The experience plays a factor in a lot of things, 100%, right? But the Houston Rockets, they're legit. I mean, in a tough Western Conference, they're third? I believe they're third right now. and you're maintaining. Well, actually, they dropped to 5th because of the bum Lakers, but they're maintaining the seeding perspective, which I didn't expect, and I would love to see Memphis and Houston in a
Right.
matchup.
And
That'd be a good game, Sarah.
we're still overlooking like the Nuggets, which I still think they're contenders, and that's why I don't think the Rockets are as much as contenders as like OKC, Grizzlies, Nuggets. Like, I don't see the Lakers as contenders. All of those teams I can see beating out the Rockets, which is why I just can't have them as contenders at the moment. As I understand your take with Ja Morant not being the same player that he once was, I'd also argue that that's just because he's playing on a deeper team. Desmond Bain is in an increased role. They have a bunch of really amazing role players. Scottie Pippen, Jalen Wells. You got Zach Edey's emergence. I mean, I say emergence, but he's been solid. And yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr. in the 1 year that Ja Morant didn't play a single game, essentially, he learned how to be an offensive player in the NBA. And that's been really helping him out become a two-way player. I'd compare him to like a prime Anthony Davis at the moment. That's how good Jaren Jackson has been good. That's how good Jaren Jackson Jr. has been recently.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that. That's
not
ridiculous.
And then you go look at the Rockets, and like, for me, their best player is, Alperen Sengun. And so then I just like Jalen Green streaky. And again, I understand that he's been pretty consistent this season. I don't trust Fred VanVleet. You got come on. It's just I think there's too many holes in the team for me.
They also do got some experience though coming off that team though, like in a sense of Fred. I know Jeff don't play as much, but they've been there, right? You know what I mean? So experience does help. I think that's why like us Heat fans, we keep Kevin Love. I mean, he don't do nothing for us, but he's like that replacement of like UD. You know what I mean? Like it helps in the locker room and helps them younger guys. But yeah, I mean, I love to see them matched up. I just like the Rockets this year more. I think I'm just more disappointed in Ja this year more than anything. But then again, like Scotty improved last year and then hopped into this year. I wish GG Jackson never got hurt. He's back now, of course, but I think he would have been playing better. And looking forward to the playoffs.
All right.
This might be a good ass playoffs. This is gonna be a good ass playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so hyped.
There's a lot of Western Conference teams that have fallen off. Like, I don't know. I expected a lot more of the Clippers this year just because I wanted. I really hoped with everything that Kawhi Leonard was going to be healthy. And
that's where you
in the big 2025 in the big 2025 you want Kawhi to be healthy.
I'm not gonna say I expect them to be contenders, but I just wanted to see a healthy Kawhi Leonard led Clippers, and even all things considered, James Harden and Norman Powell, they're 6 seed. So come on.
True. I mean, they're very underrated. They're underrated, but
can I ask you a question real quick?
That's a playoff team. What's up?
So look, right? So just say if these standings stay as is.
Okay.
OKC versus a healthy Dallas Mavericks team. Who's winning that series? Like I said, healthy Dallas Mavericks team. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I think OKC should be in the finals, but they probably do not want to see a healthy Dallas Mavericks team in the first round. I'm just saying. Who's winning that series? You probably run with OKC, but I think it's gonna be way tougher than. I mean, dude. I just want to kind of hear your thoughts on that.
I think both teams being healthy. I think the Mavs push it to like a 6-7 game series, but I think I still run with OKC. Just, I think a part of me is like they've been doing like most of this season. They've been working without either Chet Holmgren. They've been running without Isaiah Hardenstein. I don't know. I feel like I trust Thunder's. I guess their bench more than I would trust Dallas. If that makes any sense at all.
I hear your take. From my perspective, I think the Thunder match up too perfectly against the Mavericks. Like your main. I think you stick Lou Dort on Kyrie Irving. I ain't gonna be Lou Dort. You could be Alex Caruso. Okay, be any of the defensive guys. You stick Lou Dort on Kyrie. You stick either Chet Holmgren or Isaiah Hardenstein on AD, and then all of a sudden everything stops. I think that Thunder team is way too good defensively and offensively to for the Mavericks team. Because realistically, that Mavericks team, he did it for a two-way move. The best defensive players in that starting lineup are what? Anthony Davis and Derek Lively. And I hear it, but I just think that players like I think Shea should be the MVP this season, and I think MVP Shea and J-Dub just clear. And then you also got Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein, who's been amazing. There's one thing I did not expect Isaiah Hartenstein to be as good as he has been this season.
Yeah, 12-12 is pretty good. I mean, my concern with OKC is I don't really see J-Dub as that second option. I really don't. Like, when the playoff intensity rises, like, do you see him as a second option? Because I don't. Personally, I don't even think he should have been an All-Star this year. And I'm not discrediting him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should have been an All-Star. I don't think, like, he's that second guy. I mean, we watched them last year. They're different last year than this year. And I still question a lot of things about Chet, too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Chet's coming off a bad injury, and obviously he's going to have time to recover before the playoffs. There's a lot of games left. But this OKC team has flaws. Like, usually, typically, like, number one seeds, like previously, like last year, the Celtics were number one seed. Like, you'd be like, yeah, they're going to the finals right away. People say OKC's going to the finals, but I think teams could beat this team. Like, straight up. You know what I mean? It's still great. Don't get me wrong.
It's definitely more like it's not as like top heavy as it used to be. Like all of the top seeds are like there's no top seed that's safe in the NBA right now.
I can agree with your take.
Except maybe like the East, maybe like Boston, but even then, yeah.
I can agree with your take. Like it's just definitely a bench thing. Like even if you don't see J-Dub as a second option, I think that like okay, like let's use Boston for an example. Obviously, Boston's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is a better 1-2 duo. But if you go look at Shea, J-Dub, Chet, I think that 2-3 is better than just having that number 2 being as good as Jaylen Brown is. That's how I look at it.
I got OKC in 7.
7?
I got OKC. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a 7-game series, just because I feel like, look, first game about the Mavericks without Luka Doncic, they played the world champions of the Boston Celtics, and they didn't even have Kyrie. No, they had Kyrie. They didn't even have AD, and they had like I believe 10 steals. Like that team is very good defensively. So I feel like it's gonna be like a very good defensive game. I still got OKC winning, but like Mavericks is gonna put up a fight, especially with a healthy AD. They're gonna put up a fight. But I got OKC at 7.
I can respect it. I think it'd be a closer game, maybe like 5 or 6, or a less close series, like 5 or 6 games for me. I can't see Mavericks coming out on top like you, Trent. You got to talk about that.
Well, no, I mean, no. I didn't mean to say Dallas is coming up top. I just think it's a tougher series. Like that's not a matchup you want. Like typically 1 through 8 is like you get an easier, favorable matchup. You know what I mean? And you're going against a team that was just in the NBA Finals, and I know they're different. They don't got Luka no more and stuff like that. But just on paper and just like TJ Washington defensively was great against the Clippers in that first round. He brought that energy, hit some big shots, right? So like your lineup is probably going to be Kyrie, Clay, Washington, Davis, Lively. I mean, that's a really, really tall lineup that can affect players like Shea. And I know Shea's unstoppable. I mean, the dude's a free throw merchant. I don't care what anybody says. This dude goes to like free throw merchant. He lives off the free throws and that lives off the mid range. But I respect it though. I respect it. He's the best player in the NBA at this moment. You know what I mean? I just think it's a closer matchup that you probably just don't want to see. You know what I mean? Like that's not a matchup I want to deal with in the first round. I'm trying to deal with the Kings or the Warriors. Like that's a team I'm trying to see in the first round. We going by them in 4 or 5. So,
that Warriors team post Jimmy Butler. I don't know, man. I gotta see a larger sample size. But Curry and the Butler, the Chef and the Butler in the playoffs. Let's be real. Let's be real, bro.
Bro, they played.
Thunder and 6.
Bro, they played the Bulls. They played the Bulls.
That's why. Go ahead.
They played the Bulls on Bucks team that didn't have Giannis. I am not worried. Trust me, I'm not worried at all, bro.
I hear it. I really do. I'm just saying I gotta see a larger sample size. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Chef and the Butler.
You know
That's coming from a Heat fan. I don't want to see him thrive outside of the Heat, to be honest with you. But
you know what? You got to convince me that Draymond and Jimmy will survive a full season together.
You buying too much into the memes. That's what it is.
Don't blame me. Blame Draymond and Jimmy.
Yeah, they got egos for sure.
I mean, hey, hopefully they said they got it all situated. Jimmy said Draymond is a leader for him. Hey,
Yeah,
I hope so.
until Jimmy starts acting up because Jimmy everywhere he went has a problem. That's facts.
Yeah.
Chicago, Minnesota, Philly,
That's
not
Minnesota.
really, but Miami near
Tobias
the
Harris
end.
over me.
You know what I mean? So Jimmy's gonna say slick comment to Draymond, and Draymond's gonna duff him like he did to Jordan Poole. It's gonna go viral.
Hey, you put Jimmy and Draymond in the ring. I got Draymond. I can't lie.
Yeah, Draymond moving Jimmy Butler's ass, bro. I swear to God, he's moving that nigga ass, bro. But hey.
I call it one more. I think Jimmy Butler got one more trade request in him. I think next year or two go, Warriors not in contention. I think Jimmy Butler got one more trade request in him.
He's 35.
It genuinely wouldn't surprise me.
Like you said, the downfall of him in Miami was his ego. I can hear you. I hear it.
The downfall of him everywhere was his ego. Like, except maybe Philly and maybe
Philly's
Chicago.
only one season. Philly's only one season. We can't really count that. I mean, like, they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler, which is crazy. That Tobias every time Tobias is on a team, they are contending. Not contending, like a playoff team. I'm not gonna say contending, like a playoff team. Shout out to Detroit.
I'm not gonna take this Tobias Harris disrespect because I want to put in perspective. At the time,
I'm not disrespecting, bro.
Tobias Harris was widely renowned as like a top 10 power forward in the league at that time.
That's a corporate player. Not too flashy, not too hype. But the moment when you need him most, he might go underachieve. But like, he's the glue guy. Look at Philly.
Hey man, look at Detroit. Look at Detroit.
I said this in the first episode. Pistons are a playoff team. Y'all are sleeping. As of right now, they are destroying. I get it. It's the Bulls. I get it. Stop sleeping on the Pistons, bro.
Pistons kicking they ass right now. That shit was embarrassing.
That's a playoff team.
I don't see it.
You don't see it. You don't see it.
I think that when you're talking about the Western Conference, I think that the like of all teams, the Pistons, this is your team. This is who you're riding. I mean, they're above the Heat right now in the seeding. I'm looking at it, but I can't root for the Pistons, man. I just can't do it. Like,
damn.
I mean, they way better than last year. They got more pieces. They are playing Jaden Ivey instead of Killing Hayes. I mean, they are improving. And you just hating.
I love Kate Cunningham. I think he's a great player, but like, I don't know, man. I don't like Jalen Duren. I don't like a lot of players on that team. I can't do it. Because you say that they have Tim Hart, they have renowned, even if they do make the playoffs. Let's say best case scenario, they do make the playoffs. They have renowned players who do not perform in the playoffs. They have Dennis Schroeder on the roster now. They have Tim Hardaway Jr. That man was not getting minutes in the finals. And like let's be real here.
I can't wait to see playoff Isaiah Stewart minutes.
I can't wait.
Well,
that's gonna sell tickets, bro.
You got to give them respect, though, right? They had 14 wins last year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then this year, they're at 28. So I could see them finishing at 40 wins, maybe. So I don't expect much for them. I would love to see them. Actually, you know what? Actually, as a Heat fan, I would not love to see them. Actually, let's not. Yeah, let's not love that. Actually, no.
Hey.
Like, come on.
Y'all gonna see a Cade Cunningham masterclass.
Like, I think that in the second,
y'all gonna be sick.
Y'all
gonna be sick.
Did you say that?
He's an all-star. He's an all-star, bro.
He is. But look.
So is Tyler Hero.
Exactly. You don't sleep on
Robbery.
You say that LaMelo. Are you saying this in the context of LaMelo? Please don't tell me you're talking this in the context of LaMelo.
I swear to God, if you say LaMelo deserved to be an all-star.
Jay.
Over Tyler Hero, yes.
He didn't even make the replacement game. Trae Young got that spot. He wasn't even the second pick. So let's be real.
That's crazy. That's actually insane. That's crazy. But I think Trae deserved it. But
you telling me that Tyler Hero didn't deserve to be an all-star just tells me that you're not watching Heat. Either you're not watching Heat games or you don't know basketball. That's all I see.
Look, I feel like this is a replacement over LaMelo. I mean, he's number 1 in fan votes, and he's number 3 in players votes. That gotta mean something.
He's also like
You
second
literally
to last in
said
the East.
that LaMelo should be an All-Star, Dad.
I
don't know
didn't
what-
say that. I did not say that. I said that he put up all-star caliber numbers, but when you talk about which one should be an all-star, a lot of people can put up all-star caliber numbers and not make the game. Trae Young did, but he got a replacement. He was the first before the replacement. He was the first player to ever average 20 and 10 and not make the all-star game. Come on.
That's still crazy.
I'm with Jay on this. I ain't gonna lie. I think LaMelo should have been an all-star starter.
Starter?
Starter, yeah. I think because like the point of an all-star game is like he said, he brought up those things like if we're not gonna go by that, what's the point of us voting? What's the point of like the other election that he brought up? Like what's the point of all this? An all-star game is to have fun. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to have the best players of the best, but like why does it matter about record? Like bro,
Right.
this is individual accolades and LaMelo Ball is close to averaging a triple-double. You know what I mean? Well, not really, but he's at 27, 5, and 8. Like Trae Young, like we can look at records and be like, well, then Trae Young is an 8th seed, right?
Mm.
Well, 26 wins. Like I don't know. I just don't like it. I think LaMelo Ball should have been in it.
Not
No.
even a bench. It's crazy.
I think Tyler Hero's an all-star though. You're tripping about that. Like Tyler Hero's clearly an all-star. He's not getting
Who would you
replaced.
replace? Who would you replace for LaMelo? Who would you replace?
Who would I replace for LaMelo? Oh damn, man, you put me on the spot because I gotta look at the damn thing.
I mean,
But I know
nah,
I can get back to that. But you know who I think should have been an all-star is Sabonis. I don't know how Sabonis was not an all-star this year.
Mm.
And Kyrie Irving's an option this year. Like, how is he an all-star? You replace AD, but you don't put Sabonis in, who leads the league in rebounds and probably leads the league in double-doubles at this point, and just having a monster year, giving you 20 and 15. How is he not an all-star? And 7 assists.
2015, 2015 and 6, shooting 59% from the field, 45%.
Like,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, hold on.
that's crazy. That's insane. I don't know
what I
what
mean?
the
Like,
hell Adam's smoking.
That's an all-star. I mean, I hear you. That is definitely an all-star season. I can't agree with the LaMelo take. For me, a person who was shooting sub 40% from the field just a couple of games ago, he just got above it, and then 30-ish% from three. I can't do it, man. I think
but
that,
aren't we supposed to have fun? Aren't we supposed to have
hear
fun
the
though
fun.
at the all-star
LaMelo's
game?
gonna bring the views.
Listen, we
LaMelo's
all
gonna
have
bring the views.
we are gonna have fun. That's why we got his brother performing at halftime.
I must run in that corner. Whoa.
I hear the aspect
Right.
of fun, but it's volume shooting. That's just how I look at it. I don't. Come on, man. You put.
Listen,
Hold up. That's a hypocrite.
He wasn't averaging 27 when Brandon Miller was on the court. That's all I gotta say.
okay, now let me ask you this: is Jaylen Brown an all-star this year?
I can't listen. Listen.
I'm not gonna hype Celtics
Jaylen
players,
Brown
bro.
this season, for one, yeah, I'm not gonna hype the Celtics player because for me, it's fuck the Celtics. Or I don't mean to swear, but and then secondly, we're talking about Jaylen Brown, who's had one of the worst years of his career, in my opinion. And what George said this on the show. Every time they lose a game, it feels like it's because of Jaylen Brown. It's because he didn't shoot efficiently or whatever else. I can't say that he should have been an all-star, but if record does play a factor in it, then I mean, I guess you got to give it to him.
He's not an all-star. That's the point. He's not an all-star. He doesn't deserve to be an all-star. You know what I mean? And then you got player. Dude, I gotta look at his all-star list again real quick because bro, I tune out the all-star game this like every year because it gets worse and worse. But there's another player in there. Oh, Pascal Siakam, bro. Listen, bro.
Oh my god.
I think
If we're giving this,
Go ahead.
bro, Pascal Siakam is one of those players that like we all know he's gonna give you 20 inside, like 20 points, 7 rebounds, whatever. He can shoot efficient. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't. Who wants to see Pascal Siakam in an All-Star game? Keep it above.
Indiana,
You don't even like, bro. I don't even like watching him playing in a regular season game. I think he's just bland. Like this is an All-Star game. He's probably gonna get 3 minutes. Like he's a waste. Get him out of here. Like that's when you put LaMelo in here. You put LaMelo Ball, and I understand like there's different. Bro, is it positions or just positionless?
I'm pretty sure the All-Star game is mostly positionless. Like that's why you
I think
get,
I think at this point it's positionless.
yeah. That's why you get
because
like
he got,
Kyrie
14
replacing.
drafted.
Yeah, that's why you get like Kyrie replacing Anthony Davis and stuff like that.
Okay, so perfect. Now let me ask you this question. So you think Pascal Siakam should be in an All-Star game over LaMelo Ball?
That's not what I'm
Hell
saying.
no.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I was gonna say my main point was always people. They see that All-Star list. The first person they come for is Tyler Hero every time. I can't support that.
I'm with you.
You can talk about these other people like Jaylen Brown and Pascal. I can agree with you there. I mean, I feel like LaMelo Ball should probably be over them. I can't support the Tyler Hero agenda. That's where I stand.
I respect it. I respect it. But like Pascal, Jalen, I mean, come on, man. Give me LaMelo Ball. He's pulling the viewers. I mean, he got his brother performing. Come on, man. Do it for California, bro. Do it for Charlotte.
Jello
please.
actually performing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
that.
think he's gonna perform in the All-Star game. I think he's gonna show off a new song. You know, he's gonna play "I'm a swerve and I'm going to whoa." So
He plays that one song and then he gets the fuck off the stage. Respectfully, I'm not trying to hear. Nah.
I think the new team format could do us some justice though. Even though Adam basically heard all of our suggestions and did the exact opposite. But I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
So
I really like the last All-Star game draft. I really like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it. Maybe I'm new to change.
You liked the
I hate
All-Star
change.
game last year?
Not last year. I like the format. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I like the format. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't like change.
The
Maybe,
draft
maybe
is
they put me, maybe they put me wrong. I don't
the
know.
draft is a good idea and it seems good. The problem is outside of
out.
what the Kobe year and like a year or
Cleveland.
two later in Cleveland, it was never competitive. Like by the 10 minutes into the game, LeBron shooting the fuck you threes. They barely playing defense. Bam out of bio.
Hey, you ain't see that Bam?
Trying to do,
Yeah. You ain't see that Bam
Like,
full court, coast to coast.
it's just not competitive. So I guess you can try to do all the changes you want to, but if the players are not going to be competitive, there's nothing you can do about it. It's up to them to try.
How would y'all feel
Yeah.
if the? No, I can't. No, I can't say that. Doesn't work. That doesn't work. Never mind.
What was you gonna say? What you gonna say?
Scratch.
Scratch it.
it's okay. Let me ask you because I forgot about Steph. Steph Curry's not a starter. Let's get this
Yeah.
out of this. Steph Curry's not an all-star starter. This is what I'm saying. Like, bro, when you look at these teams, like the starters are just like they go by name, and that's like it reminds me of football. You look at the Pro Bowl, and they're bringing in play like they just like Bobby Wagner. Bro, Bobby Wagner's out his damn prime 15 years ago, bro. Like how like you know what I mean? Like it's like you just look at name, and they're like, well, a starter, all-star. It's like bro, Curry is not an all-star starter this year. Simple.
To your
On
point,
that
I
note-
think he should be an all-star. All-star starter, I
100%,
can understand that. Especially when you're talking about the case of fun. Stephen Curry is one of the funnest players to watch. You gotta.
No, he's
And
an
it's
all-star player.
and it's in the
Yeah.
Bay Area, so you got to take that into account.
Not a
And if
starter.
I'm not mistaken, wasn't he one of the ones that like helped make this format?
Probably. I'm not. I'm
Okay,
completely
Because they say he was like because it's like we're in Golden State is like the host, so he was like the representative, I guess.
Okay.
But that Bobby Wagner, that is, Russell Wilson was a Pro Bowl quarterback. Don't even.
Drake
even
May
get me-
was.
Hey, prime
I
Russell.
mean,
don't
Tyler
disrespect.
Huntley was. Tyler Huntley.
And I'm a
2 years ago
Steelers
was a
fan.
Pro Bowl
Russell
quarterback.
Wilson was not a Pro Bowl quarterback.
I'm a Steelers fan too. I don't think he was a Pro Bowl quarterback either. But hey,
No, hey, put on the resume, I guess.
We got Steelers fans here, man. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
who you at?
Okay.
Who your team?
I'm a Dallas fan, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
hell no.
you!
Hell no.
Hey, you! I got a
Hold on,
present
bro.
just for
Wait,
you.
Wait. I don't even mean to get Where you from? Cause you like Miami and Dallas. I like
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
yeah. So it's weird. A lot of people come from me. I'm from Boston.
Okay.
I'm
I
from
mean, it doesn't
Boston.
make
I
sense,
like
but-
Miami.
Yeah.
Nah, that makes sense at all for sure. But I don't rep no New England teams. I don't rep the Patriots,
That's fair.
Celtics, none of that. But yeah, I'm a Dallas fan, man. So it hurt to see the Eagles win the Super Bowl this year. Hurt.
I mean,
But I do know
my
though,
baby team.
we beat y'all though. That's what I know.
that was the weirdest game I've ever seen in my life. Y'all played till like
we beat.
it don't even matter. It don't even matter.
Hey,
And then on top of that, we talk about everybody in here from Louisiana. So none of us rep. I think J Rock the Saints, which is
Ugh.
I'm not gonna say anything, but
You can't say that. You just say
Um,
you can't.
No, hey, the
Wait,
Cowboys
wait.
was a victim to that 2-0 fight.
I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I wasn't even gonna do nothing. I
Nah,
wasn't
that's
even gonna
fine.
say
You know
it,
what's
bro.
crazy though, bro? Because that's y'all Super Bowl. That was y'all Super Bowl. That was y'all Super Bowl.
I didn't even
Because
say
y'all
it.
ain't do nothing
You
after
said
that.
it. I ain't even say nothing, bro.
You know what I
ain't
mean,
even say
bro?
nothing.
Nah, they
I
put
ain't even say-
belt to like they were like, man, yo, it was bad.
It was belt to ass. It was
Yeah,
belt to ass.
it was belt.
And
It
then
was bad.
after
But
that, y'all was close with the Eagles, and then
Belt to
Yeah.
ass. Belt to ass.
Damn,
but it's
Belt
cool
to
though.
ass. Belt to ass.
We getting genty this year. We cool though. We getting genty. So
I don't think
y'all
JT's
not
that
get
high.
y'all.
Even if y'all do
bro,
get
we
Genty,
getting genty.
even if you do get Genty, it'll be the same situation with Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. Y'all gonna run him into the ground and bounce him, send him off to some other team. It don't matter.
Hey, those Zeke years were good though. Those were good years.
Y'all are gonna run that man into a divisional round loss and like it.
Bro, y'all gotta
Uh,
worry about finding. Y'all gotta worry
Put
about
them
finding
into
a quarterback.
Dennis
We got
Schroeder
it. We got our quarterback.
situation.
We got our
We
quarterback. Don't worry about that. Huh?
we gonna get one. We gonna get
We
one.
got-
Ooh,
Yeah, don't worry about that.
who's your quarterback?
Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe, you
No,
are a
no.
Pittsburgh Steeler.
No. Like I heard A-Rod. They talk about A-Rod want to come to Pittsburgh. I don't want it.
I don't want A-Rod.
I don't want it.
I done said this a million times. Bring back Fields. I don't care. That's all. Because like, okay, realistically, he's your best option. Jalen Murrow. But that's realistically who we're gonna end up with. I don't want that. I don't want Rodgers. I don't want Russ. Give me Fields. We might get some potential with Fields. Other than that, bro, I'm done. I can't.
How the hell we turn an NBA episode to an NFL
Yeah, my
episode?
fault.
We gotta
I
talk
ain't
about
getting
it.
to the NFL.
No, we
3
good.
minutes.
We good. Little segment. We good. Little segment.
Yeah. Kellen
Okay.
Moore, welcome to the New Orleans Saints.
We done. We done.
We done.
We done.
Oh, we done. Okay, bro. All right. All
Fuck
right.
Kellen Moore.
we got through most of like the segments just talking. Honestly, it's just progression. It's just progressed there.
Luka debut, 14 points.
Lakers fan. Lakers. Anyway, top small forward. Our last segment before the give me that take section would be top small forwards of all time. Anyone want to
Of
take that
all
away?
time.
Yeah, like let's do top three. Let's go top three.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Ooh, you put me on the spot. I ain't know.
I sent you the list. I sent you the.
Look, I was focused on the NFL segments first, really.
Alright.
But okay. Top 3? Ooh. Okay. I think we all agree that number 1 is LeBron James.
Okay.
I think that's not crazy to say that.
Okay.
Number 2. Low key. Kevin Durant? Yeah. I think yeah.
2.
I'm 2?
You gotta think about who you gotta think. Like
I want you to
Larry
think
Bird,
close. I
just
want you to
like-
think real hard about this. Actually, we gonna patch
Yeah.
you up. We go pat. Go ahead, Darian. We go get us some thought.
I'm be honest. I think mine is like mine is nothing crazy. Just like the basic 3. I got Braun 1, Bird 2, KD 3. I think KD in like a year or two probably Pat. You could probably switch him and Bird if I'm being honest with you. But I think off the top of my head, I got Bird second.
That's about where I was at. I don't.
Like
I can't even talk.
this not really no cool crazy.
Okay,
This
I
not
think
really
the
no
main
crazy
debate here.
small
The main
forward.
debate here is KD or Larry Bird. What do you think? Because you want to
I
put
got
KD over Bird.
I'm not hyping up Larry Bird. I'm not hyping him
Listen,
up.
yo, you know what I hate, and I get it, it's history. I like Durant, bro, but I can't talk about a player I ain't never watched. Larry Bird. Like, yo, I just can't. I can't talk about a player I ain't never watched a day in my life, but just watch highlights, bro. I'm watching
They
Kevin
talk shit.
Durant, 7'3", or however tall this dude is, shooting over you like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm
bro,
just kidding.
he that guy. Like, he dead that. Like, and the crazy thing is, like, he went through this stage where it's like he was like liked to most hated, and now like people actually like rock with KD. Like, bro, when he hit that Golden State Warriors tenure, people did not like that dude at all. He went to Phoenix. It's like people started liking him a little bit more. And actually, me and KD got in it before. Like, we got in an argument on Instagram. He called me out because I said the Suns.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like, yeah, I called out the Suns because I said they were trash, and I mean they were trash, and they still trash. You know what I mean? I'm standing on that. But I respect greatness, and for the longest, and I don't believe it's no more, but for the longest, I was on the KD better than LeBron wave. Oh no, not no more. But for the longest, I was. I was a biased person. I was like, bro, I don't rock with Braun. And I started respecting Braun's greatness until like this dude is like 40 plus putting up these numbers. You know what I mean? Like he can any night he could drop your favorite player off. Any night he can make. You know what I mean? Shea, Jokic, it don't matter. Any night. But yeah, now I agree with y'all with the top three. But yeah, like I said, I ain't never watched Bird. Like I watched KD. Like you know what I mean? Cash.
I mean, okay, but like talk about legacy. Talk about legacy. KD, so far as legacy, I mean, like you got to go band for band here. He three-peated MVP, 3-time champion. Come on, Larry Bird was just as nice as KD was when you talk about shooting. Let's be real.
I'm not hyping him up, bro. I'm not hyping him up, bro.
Come on, bro.
I'm not doing it.
Listen,
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna put it like this.
I already got him in my top 3. What more do you want from me? What more do you want from me?
You're not respecting him. That's what I see. You putting him in there as like
bro, I'm respecting him enough to put him in my top 3. You look at it and say Kawhi.
Kawhi,
like Dr. J? Dr. Scotty? I ain't gonna say Scotty's over Kawhi, but
look.
Is Kawhi in y'all top 10?
Ladies.
He's in my
top 10 small forwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10. But like look, it's an era, 80s, they're wearing Converse. I'm not hyping that up, bro. They're wearing shorts. I'm pretty sure Larry Bird said hard R before. I'm not hyping them up, bro. I'm not hyping them up.
Now you talking about everything but basketball. That's all I hear.
Yeah, but
I'm not hyping them up. I'm not hyping them up, bro.
Jay, I'm curious about something. Who's your top power forwards? I'm just
top
trying
power
to see
forwards?
Top power
Remember last episode when he said that Tim Duncan was a center?
I do remember that.
I mean, he can play the center position. I don't know why y'all acting like that's not ridiculous to say that.
No, he can. Okay. He can. He just wasn't a center.
Go ahead. Go with your top 3. Give me your top 3 power forwards.
Power forwards? Okay, Tim Duncan, Dirk, and Kevin Garnett.
Big ticket.
What's your top 3? What's your top 3?
I want to hear Trent because he started laughing. I want to hear Trent.
Nah, bro, I just started laughing because this dude's funny, bro. But like, I mean, bro, I got Tim at #1, but also a lot of people don't like talking about him. But I mean, I got Carl. I got Karl Malone. Fortunately, I got Carl.
Ew.
I know. And then I actually got KG. It's either KG or Dirk. But I always respect Dirk's winning a championship that year. Yeah. Like that year winning a championship, like that like people view that more than just like KD's rings, like when he won with Golden State.
That
you know what I
mean? That year he beat my glorious team. You know, you gotta respect it. That's all I gotta say. You gotta respect that ring, especially because it was such a nobody. I didn't expect them to win. That's what I'll say. Also, I was young as fuck, but
yeah.
Like, so we anybody get no Charles Barkley love? Anybody give Charles Barkley no love?
He's cool.
I'm not using the 75.
Huh?
I'm not gonna do it. This is
he's not in my top 3
forwards.
I can't say that I have him in my top 3.
I mean, I'm just saying players I saw play. I'm not gonna go on YouTube, Charles Barkley highlights.
Well, to be fair, in your timeline, you saw like the end of Tim Duncan.
Yeah, you
like
you talk about that.
And like at the end of Tim Duncan, he was still getting rings. What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about?
He was getting rings. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't Tim Duncan.
Right.
Like you saw what was that 2014 finals where LeBron was getting overheated because the AC done turned off in the Spurs arena. And you saw that Tim Duncan with Kawhi as the Finals MVP. That's who you saw.
Like, to me, your list always sound like this is what you go, and then you put these people on your list just because you feel like you have to. Like with Larry Bird, you said specifically, I'm not gonna put him any higher because I've never watched him. Come on, man. Like, and then you can sit up here and do this. Huh?
What's your top 3?
I got the exact same top 3 as you, but listen, it's just the fact that you said you went with me. And then with a lot of the viewers, the first thing they say when they see how young we are is, "Oh, you never saw this person play." And me personally, I go back and I'm not gonna say I watch every single game, but I do like to watch some old game film. But people can't respect your take on a lot of these older players, on a lot of players in general, like that center debate. people can't respect your take unless you've seen at least a little bit of it. Come on, man.
I got Giannis over Barkley.
Already?
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Yeah, already,
not
bro.
ridiculous.
Rings matter. Rings play a factor.
Yeah,
That's
True.
fair.
that's not
That's fair.
ridiculous.
True.
You know what I mean?
If
And
Giannis
it's
get
not like
another
That's not
ring,
ridiculous.
and it's
he's
not
gonna be
like
top two.
he got Finals MVPs. I mean, dude, defensive awards. I mean, dude, and the crazy thing is he's still gonna go for it. He's still got years and years and years to go. Like his accolades are only gonna get better. Like this dude Charles Barkley, like the one thing that's gonna like hit him is that bro, he ain't got a champion, no rings.
Right. Right.
No.
And I don't like NBA Inside, whatever that show is.
Yeah.
But what does
Inside
Shaq always bring up, bro? He just always brings up them rings, bro. He always bring up them rings, bro. Them rings matter.
If I'm not
You
mistaken.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Them 2 years that Giannis won MVP. I'm going back because I'm trying to not be incorrect on this. Yeah. There's a heavy debate that one of them could have went to Bron, and then the other one, I think that 2019 one. Yeah, that was the Harden
Wait,
one.
which-
That's the one
which
that I talk
Gian-
about.
Which Giannis one was the debate against Braun?
That was the I think that was the 2020 one. Yeah, that was the 2021. I don't really think that was a much. I think that should have been.
I remember.
I do think that should have been Giannis' MVP. I do think the first one that he got should have been James Harden's. But
You think so?
I mean, dog, you're talking about a player that averaged 36 points per game and didn't win an MVP. I don't.
Oh yeah, that is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy.
36, 6, and 7. I'm looking 36, 6, and 7.
What was Giannis averages? What was Giannis?
He
averages?
averaged 27, 12, and 5 on 57% from the field.
Yeah, that
compared
should have been
to-
Harden's.
I got Harden in there, but I don't think they were gonna let him win another one just because of his playoff tenure. Even though playoffs don't count for MVPs, but they don't want to give you one unless you show yourself. That's how I feel about it.
He's averaging 40.
And I feel like Giannis is a little bit underrated. Like a lot of people, and when I say underrated, I'm talking about like, bro, people don't even talk about him. Like it's just Shea and Jokic. That's all I hear. Like I don't even hear much Giannis talk. That dude's a baller. Like he's
Right.
nasty, bro. And I think it's because what happened last year, in the postseason, and then like this year, like they started off terrible. They kind of turned it around. You know what I mean? But like Giannis was still playing great basketball. But I still think he should be in conversations in the sense of like MVP. Like the dude's always gonna put up amazing numbers. His team may not be the greatest, but how I view the MVP award is like if I could take you off my team, if I take Giannis off the Bucks are probably the Charlotte Hornets. That's how I view them.
They're just the old Portland Trailblazers. That's what you're looking
Yeah,
at.
or you can say that too. Yeah, like that's how I kind of view it. Like I see Jokic and Shea, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
I think Giannis has hit a point where he's like, unless he comes back like and does like some miraculous shit, he's probably never gonna get like any more like DPOY or like MVP recognition, just because he's hit that point of like, if I'm not tripping, isn't he at 2 or 3? I can't remember off the top of my head.
2 MVPs.
MVPs.
He has 2.
Like he's hit the point of they don't want to give him a third one, and like then Wemby is here, so he's gonna dominate DPOY for however many years to come. So like I just think he could average like 30 and 10, and I think nobody would give a fuck. Like simply because it's Giannis, it's Milwaukee, and there's agendas to maintain.
I have a very similar chances to Darian there. I think that with Giannis, he's been doing what he has been doing for. I think he's been doing it longer than I say Jokic has. He's been doing it longer than Shea, Luka. So then for them, for the media and for the average fan, it's Giannis. We know you're good, but you're not as flashy as like a Luka or like a Shea. So nobody's gonna care as much. And then again, it's Milwaukee.
Exactly. Like when LeBron all those years, like at a certain point, they just like stopped giving him shit. Like, yeah, you first team All NBA, yeah, you dominant, but nigga, you LeBron, you supposed to be.
Yes,
I think Giannis is at that point where it's like you're supposed to be. Duh.
Yeah.
which is crazy because like Shea, I think he's MVP, but like Giannis is at 32 points a game and Shea's at 33.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And like,
I-
and Giannis is averaging double-digit rebounds and 6 assists. He averages the same assists as Shea too. But I get it though. Like OKC's number 1, Shea's dominating. I mean, 50+ points. I don't know. I just feel like he deserves more recognition. That's all.
I hear it. It's like, and then I think another part of it is that the Bucks started off so ugly this year that it's really hard for people to like look at that and go, "That's the MVP of the league." It was.
Well, wouldn't that help us, Casey? From starting off so bad, he led this team back up.
But he was also
To
playing when
where-
the team was at its lowest. It's not like he wasn't
That's
there.
true. That's true. I don't know, man.
There's
I mean,
a lot of
shit,
conversation about this. There's a lot of conversations. I'm not too mad. I'm not gonna be mad if Giannis win the MVP. I'm not gonna be mad with Shea wins the MVP.
I
I'm
will
not gonna
say.
be, well, I'll be pissed if Jokic win the MVP.
I was gonna say. I will
Fuck
say,
Jokic.
like, from the context of, I don't dislike Jokic, but I understand the voter fatigue, especially around Nikola Jokic. I just don't want to see another Nikola Jokic MVP. I can't lie. As much as he deserves it, I don't want to see it. I think that Shea should win the MVP this year. I think he should have been talked last year. I don't know, man. I can't.
You know what's crazy about Jokic? Like he's like this is his best year as a 3-point shooter. Like
Really?
he's improving. Yeah, literally, like best year. The dude's shooting 46% from the 3-point line. Like he never shot that. You know what I mean? Like I watch a lot of Denver games because I'm a Russell Westbrook fan. If you can't see them jerseys in the background right there. He as a center, dude's averaging a triple double. It's crazy, but I get the voter fatigue thing too, though. But it's just for as a center though, 30, 10, and 12, like, damn.
Yeah. It's like goes into that debate that we were talking about yesterday. Jokic is already entering the realm of like it's an uncomfortable conversation just because those guys have been there forever, but he's already entering the realm of like top 3 centers all time. He's right there, and it's uncomfortable for a lot of people, mainly because you don't want to talk about moving any of those 3 guys at the top. They've been there, you know. It's comfortable.
Nobody's gonna give Jokic his if he like. Let's say he wins another Finals MVP. Like that's an uncomfortable conversation to have, but like nobody's gonna let go of. You didn't see Shaquille O'Neal in his prime. That was the most dominant big to play the game. Like, can Jokic guard Hakeem Olajuwon? I think not. Like
that'll be the conversation for a long time.
Oh gosh, the barbershop's gonna be crazy in 2036. You ain't never seen Jokic play. This man was heaving threes like crazy.
The last segment that we do have on the board is Gimme That Take. Jeff, you want to walk Trent through what that is?
Give me that take is either a hot take or a cold take we rate. So you give us a take that you think is hot and we gonna rate them or argue with it. Turn it into an hour segment.
By the way, y'all asking me? Y'all put me on the spot first?
No, we ain't gonna put you on the spot first. Yeah.
We let you think. We gonna let you think about it. Who want to go first? I can go first, y'all, if y'all want me to.
Go ahead, Jay.
I got a crazy take, and y'all gonna call me a hater for this, and I understand. I like this team. I really do. I really do. But I feel like, God, I'm about to get cooked. But it's gonna be crazy in the future. But I feel like the Cleveland Cavaliers is just another version of the 2021 Utah Jazz. Hit me out. Utah Jazz was the #1 seed that year. Got bounced out in the second round with a PG-led Clippers. I feel like that's going to happen again with Cleveland. Look, they're scary. I feel like they're regular season merchants. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm scared.
I'm gonna start this off with your grading, right? So first off, very hot take. I don't agree in the slightest.
You don't agree?
Secondly,
That's cool.
You go look at that Utah Jazz team. I think this team is a million times better. Like, I don't get how you watch the Cavs this year and compare them to that Utah Jazz team at all. Go like okay. Starter for starter, You got DG, better point guard than they had at the time. It's Donovan Mitchell, same player. Small forward. Who is the starting small forward at the moment? Because I know they made some adjustments. It's DeAndre Hunter would be their starting small forward at the moment because they just traded for him. So DeAndre Hunter, who's the small forward in that Jazz team?
Joe
In
Ingles.
2021, yeah, I think it was Joe Ingles.
Yeah, Joe
Respectfully, I'm taking DeAndre Hunter. We got Evan Mobley, and then we got Jared Allen. Obviously, you have Rudy Gobert. I like Rudy. I like Rudy a lot. I don't think that his defensive impact is that much better than Jared Allen's to where it makes your argument valid. I think all around it's a better constructed team. I think the bench is better. I think the coaching is better. I don't I don't see it, man.
You don't see it?
And then Spider's like, he's a proven playoff performer. I don't It's not like he's gonna get to the playoffs and just dissipate. No, we've seen him do this. I don't see it.
It really depends. If they stay the first seed, they get like a strong team.
I
in the
think
first
they could fall
segment.
down to the 4th seed and I still would put them in title contention. I don't care.
I don't completely disagree with like the fact that they're not like I don't fully buy like I acknowledge them as title contenders, but am I picking them to win a title? No. Do I think they're 2021 Utah Jazz? Hell no. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, no, I don't. But like, do I see them winning a championship? In my opinion, no. Like, I don't. Not this year. No.
I mean, okay, who do you have as your like favorites? Like, just give me like 3.
Favorites? We're gonna ignore the bias. Obviously, I think the Lakers, but OKC.
Okay.
I hate to say this. I really do.
Okay.
Boston. I got Boston, one of my favorites. I hate it. Oh, that hurt my heart. That just hurt my heart right there.
Okay.
Consensus pick so far.
From number 3, there's a lot of teams that could take that title. There's a lot of good teams in that. Like I said, fuck it. I'm gonna put the Lakers on it. Fuck it.
You just doing that out of
Fuck it.
bias. You're just doing that out of whatever.
I'm a Lakers fan and I disagree with you.
I don't know.
Like,
I just don't know. Trent, what you got for this take, man?
All right. All right. So Carmelo Anthony is closer to David West than D Wade in career value. And
Whoa,
what I
whoa,
also
whoa.
would say is, hold on, right? And Carmelo Anthony should have sniffed the Hall of Fame.
I agree
wait,
with
you said Carmelo shouldn't what?
He should have sniffed the Hall of Fame.
Should it?
Ooh.
Ooh, they ain't gonna like this one. They ain't gonna like this one.
Darren, what you think about that?
I mean, hold on, wait. I gotta pull up some. I gotta pull up. Wait, nah.
That's so
I mean,
crazy.
off the top of my head, considering the Hall of Fame is basketball completely, and it's not just the NBA, I still think he's a Hall of Famer. With him being a perennial All-Star in the NBA, and then in college, even though it's 1 year at Syracuse, he was still a national champion. Then he's an Olympic. He got a gold medals, and like he wasn't a scrub playing for Team USA. Now that's off the top of my head. Like, let me hold it. Like career average is 22. Like perennial All-Star. I think he went to the Western. No, he did not go to in one of them Nuggets years. But that I don't agree. That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
That's a hot take. Like,
No, but living up to his
crazy.
name. Talk about some top-notch hot takes.
I
Hey,
think
that's the hottest
I
take.
think the David West part was a little bit
That's-
more like.
That's crazy.
I think it's the hottest that we've had on the show yet.
Oh yeah.
To talk about that a little, I agree with Darian. Completely hot take. Dwayne Wade is my favorite player of all time. He is my favorite player of all time. I'm a Miami Heat fan. Yeah, I feel like he has to be. I say all that to say, I think saying that he's closer to David West than Dwayne Wade, man, come on. I think that when you talk about scoring, I think obviously Carmelo Anthony was a better scorer than Dwayne Wade. You got other aspects, playmaking and defense. I think Dwayne Wade was 10 times the defender that Carmelo Anthony ever was. But David West, man, like you talking to me about, I can't agree with that. And then so far as Hall of Fame, I think Carmelo Anthony has to be a Hall of Famer. I think he's a top 10, top 5 scorer of all, fringe top 5, top 10 scorer of all time. I can't see that. I can't see him not being in the Hall of Fame. Is what I'm gonna say.
I think he's a Hall.
I got another one though, but
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Go.
all right. So Russell Westbrook is a top 3-point guard in NBA history.
That's not hot. That's not hot.
Now it is because you got Magic or
Right.
Steph,
Yeah.
right?
Interchangeable.
Mhm.
Right, you can go either way. What we can put stock. We got Stockton.
Mm.
I'm not putting Stockton over Russell Westbrook, bro. I'm not doing that.
Now personally, because I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna put Russ over everybody because that's how I truly feel. That's my
At the
goat.
one. That's
You know what I
that's
mean?
your best point guard of all time.
That's my goat. That's my goat. And we don't care
Okay.
about Curry. We don't care about Magic. My goat. That's my goat. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking him over Braun, but that's my goat. You know what I mean? I stand on that.
You
But
talking about Russell
yeah,
Westbrook?
that's kind of we talking about Russell Westbrook, bro.
Okay.
I got him over Oscar. I got him over Jerry. Like, come on, man. Yes.
I mean,
can't-
okay, off the top of my head, we gotta refer back to Shaq. I mean, rings gotta mean something.
That-
Like,
win
I
this
like
year.
Westbrook.
He gonna win
Like-
this year.
But okay, yeah. To that point, he go win this year. Is it his? Was it he the reason that they're gonna win?
He plays a
If they
factor,
do?
100%.
Plays a
He
factor.
do play a
Okay.
factor. He
You know,
plays
hold
a
on.
factor.
I want to bring up. Remember
That's
that
not a-
old debate that we had? I think it was. Hold on. I gotta find it. Y'all keep talking.
Like,
Hey, man,
I just
listen. You good.
like the old heads were mentioned, like a Jerry West and like an Oscar. See, I never personally watched him play, but like, I don't know. Like, I like Westbrook, but I feel like top 3 is like got Magic, got Curry. I just feel like that third. I feel like he has to get a ring. I think if he gets a ring, that he can have a third spot.
What's
Dude,
your
yes,
top 3, Darren? What's your top 3?
You good.
Top 3 would probably be. Honestly, I got Curry over Magic.
Yeah. Okay,
I got
that's not-
Curry 1, Magic 2. That third spot, I never watched him personally play, but I gotta respect his legacy. I'm going Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
I never
Which
personally
my-
watched him play.
Which my GOAT beat his record, by the way. Just saying.
Different eras,
GOAT
man.
being-
Different era.
Yo, you know what's crazy? My GOAT made triple doubles mean nothing. And then they didn't want to call him out and say he stat padded because they couldn't respect greatness. That's why. Yo, triple doubles nowadays, who cares about triple doubles? Well, back in the day when Russ was getting those triple doubles, bro, no point guard ever did this in history. 3 years of averaging a triple double. Luka
Right.
Doncic hasn't even done that.
That's
Luka
crazy.
Doncic haven't
is
done that.
crazy.
They ain't gonna do that. Jokic,
I respect that too.
I consider him a
Yeah, I
point
respect that.
5, whatever. He ain't gonna. Well, he actually has a chance to do it. I ain't gonna lie.
I was
Let
gonna
me
say
show
that.
you
Let's,
But yeah, he has a little chance on that one. But bro, like the best point guards of our era, Curry, Irvin, and all these other guys, bro, they'll never do that in their career ever. The best rebounding point guard in the league. And the crazy thing is, now in his career, he's probably the best. He's probably the best defense that I ever seen him play. Him older than him being younger. This is the best defense I've ever seen Russ play.
I can't.
So
I give Russ a lot of credit, especially like during them after post KD years, like when he was running that bitch with Andre Roberson and Steven Adams and motherfucking Anthony Morrow. Like, I commend him. I respect though that, like, I want to say it was like before PG got there. What was that, like 2-3 years?
Yeah.
But like,
and let's talk about it. Russell Westbrook has the best MVP. First of all, that MVP that he got was, when I say best MVP, he got it as a six seed, I believe,
Mhm.
that year. And name any player in the NBA that's gonna get MVP in a 6 seed. You can't. You can't. In the next 10 years, no MVP will ever win the MVP award as a 6 seed.
I hear
And
that.
the night that he,
Go ahead.
I go.
No. Go ahead.
And let's finish it off. He dropped 50 plus game winner on Denver with that bum squad. Like that squad was not great at all. He carried that OKC 2016, 2017 year. You know what I mean? And trust me, there's a lot of stuff that I don't like about what he does, but you gotta respect that year. Like you just got to, bro. But you can go though.
I hear your like you say greatest MVP season of all time. Like Stephen Curry doesn't have the first and only unanimous MVP. You talk about that?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. You got Derrick Rose's youngest. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest season of all time, but I'm talking about just like great MVPs. I'm talking about great MVPs. You talking about Derrick
rosters?
See, there you go with the
No, let's just compare rosters real quick. I just want to see the rosters. That's all I want to see.
I hear that. And honestly,
this conversation is about Russell being top 3 points.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna name every single player on that roster.
Okay.
Alex Brenas, not in the NBA. I'm gonna do it quick. Alex Brenas, not in the NBA. Steven Adams is a bench player, doesn't even play no more. Samaj Christian, not in the NBA. Norris Cole, not in the NBA. Nick Collison, not in the NBA. Ennis Freedom, not in the NBA. Todd Gibson, not in the NBA. Grant fell off in Portland. Josh Houston is not in the NBA. Sylvia, not in the NBA. I'm naming the whole roster. Doug McDermott in Sacramento. Anthony Morrow, not in the NBA. Oladipo, not in the NBA. Cameron Payne, trash. Roberson, trash. Sabonis is the best player he played on this roster, and he won MVP. Like, let's talk about it. His whole roster is not in the NBA no more, and that was only a few years ago. Well, 8 years ago. Think about that.
I hear it. Like, I really do. And honestly, I would love to debate you more. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not fully equipped to have a Russell Westbrook debate at the moment.
He hates Russell Westbrook.
I am a Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna put this out here. I don't like Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Oh my God.
And I'm not. You said hate.
I hope they
hate.
They clip your game.
You said hate. That's a very strong word. It's not that I don't hate him. It's not that I hate him. It's that I feel like you said this, and you're gonna say that helps your point. That whole like the triple double shit, bro. I'm over it. I can't. I'm over it.
Okay, bro. All right, bro.
Listen.
You
I think that so far as what point guards add to the game, I think Russell Westbrook is genuinely a team elevator. But I also think there were plenty of teams that didn't work out because of him. I think that Houston team didn't work out because of him.
That's cap.
What are
Bro, we had Mike D'Antoni as the head coach, and he running 5 out as PJ Tucker's playing the 5, getting demolished by Anthony Davis. Let's not forget that. Then we got Eric Gordon and Daniel House shooting 53s a game.
Right.
53s a game. And then we got James Harden just being James Harden. People tend to forget Russell Westbrook started off slow that year. But near the end, he was playing excellent basketball. Him and Harden were playing excellent basketball. Then he got exposed in the postseason by the Lakers. I'll agree. Outside of that first game, he got completely exposed because he could not shoot. You know what I mean? And that's on him, but that's also on roster construction. The reason why he's playing well now is because he's playing with a Jokic, of course, right? That helps a lot. Don't get me wrong. But he also has an MPJ. He has a Jamal Murray with him. All he had on that team was James Harden. Eric Gordon can't shoot save his life. PJ Tucker was trash. Daniel House is trash. I remember Daniel House was one of those players we all talked about thinking he was going to be good. That dude is trash. That roster got demolished because PJ Tucker's the 5 and Mike D'Antoni said we're going to shoot 73s. That's not Russell's game.
I hear that. But to that point, look at what Harden did with that Chris Paul team. All them okay. He had infinite more success with worse rosters. That's how I feel about it. There's a lot of gaps in Russell Westbrook's legacy that a lot of his fans I feel like they overlook. But at the same time,
no. Listen. One thing about me, I'll call out Russell Westbrook every single day of my life. Every time I watch him, I get a headache watching that dude. 100%. Because there's a lot of dumb stuff he does and a lot of dumb stuff you look back in his career. Like, we could have went to the finals. Why didn't we go to the finals? I blame Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. Why we ain't go to the finals? They're the main reason why we lost to that Warriors team. We up 3-1, and Russell Westbrook wanted to chuck a bunch of shots, do some dumb stuff. Like, I blame him a lot, but I also want to give him his credit, too.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Russell Westbrook's also not a number one option. I think Harden is a number one option. So when you saying James Harden, Chris Paul, of course Harden's gonna lead his team, bro. He's a number one option. Russ is never gonna be a number one option. We've seen it what happened with him and Durant.
Right.
Durant was the number one option, but Russ was trying to be the number one option, and it didn't work.
And then, like, okay, how do you feel about those Lakers years? People don't talk about it no more. People don't talk about it no more.
Okay,
But how do you
cool,
feel
cool.
about those
All right,
Lakers
we
years?
can talk about it. We can talk about it. Okay, first of all, right, them Lakers
wanna
years,
talk about
100% on Russ. They're 100% on Russ. But we got to look at Frank Vogel. We got to look at Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel didn't even like Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Like, let's get that
That's
straight. He didn't even
that's
like
fair.
Russell Westbrook, right? Then LeBron James plays this. When I say same way, let's not. Don't try to cook me. LeBron needs the ball in his hand. Russell Westbrook needs the ball in his hand. So how they had Russ playing was in the corner. You can't have Russell Westbrook in the corner, especially with that team constructed. We was running out with Patrick Beverly, Russell Westbrook, and like I think Bradley was on that team that year. I could be totally wrong, but I know it was just terrible people on that roster. That roster was terrible constructively. And then LeBron and Russ just can't play together. Simple as that. But I do blame Russ, but also look at the coaching. Like, they didn't like Russ. Then they put him as a starter. Then they benched him. And then the team around him just wasn't great. You know what I mean? So, like, and then the Lakers fans are one of the biggest fans that, like, take down your career. If, like, you suck for 5 games, it's over. You know what I mean? Like, it's over.
They call that man. They call that man Westbrick. That's where it got.
Yeah.
And that
hurt him.
stuck. And that stuck 100%. It stuck with him because to this day everybody calls him that. You know what I mean? So like, it's both of their faults though. But I hate when they just be like, "Nah, it's just Russell Westbrook's fault." No, it's first of all, it's LeBron James' fault for even trying to think that was gonna work.
Right.
LeBron made that call. That was straight LeBron. So yeah, that Lakers years was terrible. But the Clippers years, the first year he was over there, he was good. That second year was trash, garbage.
Like that's where I'm coming from when I'm talking about these like gaps. Is that I feel like after the fact, after we moved like 2 years past it, nobody want to talk about the Wizards year. Nobody want to talk about the Lakers year. Nobody want to talk about the Clippers year anymore just because of now he's in Denver and he's playing well. For me, I hear your points whenever you talk about like he's a great point guard. I can understand the argument for top 3. I really can. I just think that legacy wise, there's a lot of people who are up there.
Listen, I could talk all day about Russ, but I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna push that back because I have a take about the Wizards because he brought that trash team to the playoffs and averaged a triple double.
That's true. That's very true.
And he was playing with Davis Bertans. I'm just saying.
And for all intents and purposes, John Wall did the same thing. Come on, bro.
And look where he at.
John Wall got hurt. That's not fair. Come on.
That boy tore his ACL twice. Like, my take, I don't think this is me personally. I don't think this is a hot take. I think Braun should have won that 2018 MVP that Harden got. Because to the note of naming people who was on that Thunder roster, I say we look at this Cleveland 2018 roster. Can I interest you in Jose Calderon?
Okay.
Jordan Clarkson, who, he coming over, he was supposed to be a solid piece. Jay Crowder, Channing Frye, Jeff Green, George Hill, John Holland, Rodney Hood, the corpse of Kyle Korver. Kevin Love was still somewhat there. Larry Nance, Jetty Osmond, Kendrick Perkins. London, I don't know how to pronounce that nigga last name. Derrick Rose, Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Isaiah Thomas, Tristan Thompson, Dwayne Wade, and Ante Zizic. I just pronounced the man's name wrong. That, and the names, you're probably like, oh, well, Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, they were solid role players at the time. Let the record show that 2018, I had a debate like a couple months back. People don't LeBron single-handedly carried this team. Like, the next best like scoring option was like, I want to say it's Kevin Love. Like, he was a bum.
Come on.
But like,
are we saying 2018 is prime K Love? No.
It's not prime, but you get the point.
But like,
Okay,
it wasn't like anybody like, oh shit, hey, Bron going up against the Warriors, he got Kevin Love. Like, and I can't, not talking about the playoffs because the playoffs don't count, but like, he was carrying that fucking team. Like,
I mean,
I'm sorry, and like Harden, and I get Cavs like a 4th seed, but like that most of that first half of that season, they were like jittering around like some of the lower seeds because that was the first half of the season. They were playing Dwayne Wade on the Cavs, Cleveland legend. Isaiah Thomas played like a couple games after his hip injury. Heads up, roommate walking by. But like, like he definitely got that. Nigga, I said you was walking by.
anyway,
This nigga done crawled on the floor.
I saw that. Continue.
Yeah, Braun got the 2018 MVP. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying.
That's not ridiculous.
There's obviously a debate. There's always going to be a debate. Personally, I don't think that's true. I think that was definitely Harden's MVP. We're talking about a team that won 65 games, right? Yeah. Team that won 65 games. We're talking about a player that averaged 30. Let me go pull up the actual numbers. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Talking about a player that averaged 35 and 8 compared to Bron's 27, 8 and 9. Bron did on a better shooting splits. Honestly, there's a debate there. I think that if Harden didn't get that one, he deserved the next one. He was gonna get one of them, in my opinion. It's not a crazy take. It's mild. I don't got much to say on that, I'll be honest with you.
Very mild. I mean, I think 2018 Bron, y'all could cook me for this. I don't care. I think that's the best version of LeBron, in my personal opinion. I think that's the best version of LeBron. I think he should have won MVP that year. I think he should have won MVP.
I think Bron could win MVP every year.
There's a debate.
That is very true. That is very
You know what I mean?
Every time you go back and look at these MVPs, there's always a debate for Bron to win it. That's why I'm like, yeah, I mean, come on, bro. You're talking about LeBron James.
But it was
It's
specifically that one year because this, like Jay said, 2018 Braun was a motherfucker.
I hear it, and it's always 2018 Bron this, 2018 Bron that. I know, I get it. We were all there. We saw it. Come on, bro.
Come on, man. He got a whole city name after him. Come on now.
I got my last hot take real quick. All right.
All right.
Bet.
All right. The 2018 draft class will go down as like one of the best of all time.
2018.
If you guys don't know,
Luka, right?
2018.
yeah, I could bring it. I can say the players. So
That's
they
the
got
one. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Ayton,
Luka.
Bagley, Luka, Jackson, Trae Young, Sexton, Shea, Jalen Brunson, Michael
yeah.
Porter Jr.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a lot of dogs in that class.
Bruce Brown. Yeah, I mean the list kind of continues, but like Jalen Brunson was a 2nd round pick. Had Grayson Allen here. Kevin Huerter's trash now. They also had Miles Bridges, Colin Sexton. So yeah,
I mean, you say that. You got other draft classes that were also really stacked. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's as stacked because all the players you just named, but you got Anthony, like the 2020 draft class with like Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball. You had Tyrese Halliburton. You had Tyrese Maxey. Let me keep going. I think that's about it. That's about it.
Go to round 2 and let me see if you got a all-star starter in round 2.
Round 2.
Yep, go to round 2.
That's fair.
And then
That's
obviously
not
you got
ridiculous to say
03's draft class, but everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. And then they had Jared Vanderbilt, so you should know Lakers fans. They got Jared Vanderbilt in that draft class, which he's a productive role player.
Yeah, I think the 2018 draft has its heavy hitters, and then it has like a solid slew of role players.
Yeah.
Like
It's definitely a conversation.
Like I see Devontae Graham here. Like people, Charlotte Devontae Graham.
Devontae Graham.
For that like one couple years, Charlotte Devontae Graham was a killer.
Hey,
should have won
man,
6th man of the year. That's my most improved player. But hey, you know what? That's no whole cop. Why y'all looking at me crazy? Like that's not.
Nah, I mean,
no one's looking at you crazy.
We got the dunk champion over here too. I know he's not great as a basketball player, but we got a dunk champion in there, Diallo.
Hey, look,
Gary Trent still a starter.
It's legendary. Gary Trent has some legendary, like I'm not gonna say legendary. He has some great years out there.
2K legend.
2K. He's a 2K legend. Every time every build, Gary Trent.
Gary Trent.
Bench merchant.
Oh
I hate him.
Why do you
Oh
hate
my
Gary
God.
Trent? What
No,
did Gary
I
Trent
know,
do?
I just- No, I'm just looking at how did we forget the last pick of the second round, Kostas Antetokounmpo, man? How did we forget that?
You
Like,
found that
everybody talk
bullshit.
about
Now you
Luka,
found
Trae
that
Young.
bullshit.
We're talking about NBA champion Kostas Antetokounmpo.
There's a lot of NBA
Like,
champions in
wrong
history.
What are we talking
not-
about? What are we talking about?
Take it off. Take it off.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Nah, I don't like Gary Trent because like them OKC days, man, when Russ and Dame used to go at it, Gary Trent would always like irk my soul. Like he always hit the biggest shots. Like always the biggest shots against those Portland series.
That's what.
Yeah, like and Joe Ingles, like when Russ went up against the Utah Jazz and Joe Ingles. Like I don't like none of them guys.
That's
You
how
know what I mean? Joe Ingles.
That's how people feel about like Peyton Pritchard now. They don't like him because he's a big shot maker.
Yeah, he hits a big shot and he starts talking trash. Like, bro, you're a bum, bro. Like, get on my face, bro. Like, you suck, bro.
Hey, I got a question for Trent.
Yeah.
What was that? I think it was 2019. Was Dame Lillard? Was that a bad shot? Was that a bad shot?
All right, let's get this straight, all right? Bro, that shot right there, right? I don't care what anybody says. That was a horrible shot. Bro. Like, bro. Listen.
I already know what he's gonna say. It can't be a bad shot if it went in. I already know what this light skin ass nigga gonna say.
No, but see, look, I can see both perspectives, right? That's Lillard's range. Like, that's his range for real. You know what I mean? But then again, it's just like, bro, any other star player coming up and shooting that, I don't even see Curry taking that shot, bro. Like, that shot is just, that's a terrible shot. If he missed that shot, and he's made it, so it's going to go in history. But if he misses that shot, coach, bro, they're going to be like, why did he take that shot? Like, that's going to be one of the questions of why did he attempt that shot? You know what I mean? Like, that shot is terrible. But also, I blame Paul George, because Paul George literally was like guarding him just like this. Like, he was just like,
that's crazy.
he was
That's
like,
insane.
and Dame's like, you'll leave me open and then just cash. You know what I mean? So, like,
There's so many game winners of Paul George. It's crazy. There's so many game winners of Paul George. Oh
Listen,
my gosh.
But Paul
Don't tell
George's
me to get
excuse
started.
is that year that he was
He
running
ain't
on
gonna-
no
he ain't gonna
shoulders.
pull that bitch on. He ain't gonna pull that bitch all the way right here.
To that point, yeah, he talked about it in his little podcast. I just thought he wasn't gonna pull it. But listen,
That is crazy though.
to the point of it being a bad shot, we know who Damian Lillard is. I have him in the top 5 shooters of all time. If you have a player as great as Damian Lillard who wants to pull that shot, I'm gonna be honest. Pull it. I don't care. If my take on this is that if I'm a coach, I believe in star player empowerment. So like players like Curry, Damian Lillard, if you feel like if you've shown me multiple times that this is a shot you can make and you full-heartedly believe in that shot, I can't be mad at you for making it or for taking it. Nigga, he made it. I think that if he missed it,
Now-
go ahead.
now look at this though, right? Because I'm a head coach for varsity. I'm a head coach for varsity basketball team.
Right.
If my player took that shot, you're getting benched. That's a dumb shot. I'm telling you right now, that's a dumb shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like when I see stuff like that, and I get it, varsity basketball, high school kids, whatever, and NBA is different. But I'm speaking from coaching experience, bro. Like any coach that comes out, it's like, bro, that's a terrible shot. I don't care. He made it. Good for him. You know what I mean? Good for him. But guess what? Russell Westbrook always better than Dame Lillard all time.
That's
That's
fine.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's true.
Like, okay.
I know he ain't
Nah,
gonna
I'm
pull
just
that bitch all
saying
the way over
because
here.
they used to go back and forth. So like if you
won
kind
that
of catch
one. You won that one.
my thing is like whoever like kind of shits on OKC or the Heat or Russ, I don't like you. Like we enemies.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
For
Yeah.
my perspective on Dame is that like I feel like he would have had an amazingly like better legacy had he not been on Portland that entire time. Like his entire prom just kind of got wasted there, and I would love to see him on a different team, or on a different team in his prom.
It's his fault.
Obviously, he's on the Bucks now, but you know, would have loved
It's
to see
his
him
fault
come to the
though.
Heat. Yeah, it's his fault, and you can't talk about it with nobody else. I don't know.
Because he was
wanted
the
to
same guy that he was the same guy talk about, man, I'm loyal, I'm never leaving. Everybody another star kid had to come to Portland. Like
Please.
Hey, to this day, I still believe if we got Damian Lillard with Jimmy Butler and Bam, that would have been a championship team. I don't care. I don't care.
Of course,
You
she's
can
gonna
still
be a
you can go
championship.
trade for Dame. You can go trade for Dame. You still want him?
I'm good.
We good.
I'm good.
We good. We good. We good. If I gotta get, hey, matter of fact,
That's cool. We'll give you Terry Rozier. We'll give you Terry Rozier for Dame. I'll do it.
I'll do it right
That's
now.
scrub off my team.
Call the phone.
And
I hate, bro.
Is Terry Rozier, Heat fans, is Terry Rozier still under investigation, or did that get ended already?
I don't know if he's still under investigation, but I know he should be under investigation. That nigga's ass, bro. I can't. Please stop playing him.
That nigga said he's in investigation because he's ass.
For everything
Nah,
I
he's
love,
really
bro.
bad.
For everything
JT
I love,
Porter?
I need him off of the court. I need him off of the court. Please start. I don't care if it's Alec Burks. Give Alec Burks minutes. I don't want to see him on the court.
I ain't never heard that in my life. Give
me
Burks
Alec
some money.
Burks
That-
minutes.
Nah, he playing good for us.
Yeah, exactly. Alec Burks been
Money
great
go
for
for
us when he gets minutes. The way y'all not watching Heat games, I feel like it might just be a salary thing because he didn't pay so much money. The way Terry Rozier is he's such a negative on the court. Offense, defense, it doesn't matter. He's taking bad shots. He's creating good openings and then just making the wrong decisions. Like I can't. Like off the top of my dome,
Terrible.
This is one play. He was getting guarded by I think it was Edie. He drives into the paint. I think it was either Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero in the three. And instead of passing out, he goes up on 7'5" or 7'4" Zach Edey as a 6'2" guard, and it's like, what do you I can't do it, bro. I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, nah, he's bad. He's terrible, but it is what it is.
I don't know. So far as
What's your
topics
hot
go,
take? What's
it
your hot take,
is left to me. It is left to me. Oh, that's crazy. All right, let me think.
I told you this is gonna be like an hour segment, bro. I told
We got okay. We've been going for an hour 40.
40? Oh Lord.
I think
I
that
talk too much.
people talk. Okay, I think Dwayne Wade is closer to the second best shooting guard of all time than he is to the fourth. Like when you talk about the top shooting guards of all time. That's not rude. When you talk about the top shooting guards of all time, you have what? Okay, like okay, Jay. For
Michael
example,
Jordan.
give me your top three.
Why am I?
Okay. Top shooting guards. You would say
shooting guard,
Michael
you got
Jordan,
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess you slide in Dwayne Wade.
Okay, right. I think Dwayne Wade is miles closer than he is to Kobe than he ever was. Like than the debate there is for Harden. Like, let's be real. How do I feel about that? That's my take.
Harden's better.
What did you say? What'd you say, Trey?
Oh no, I was trolling. I said Harden's better.
No, stop with that shit. Stop with that shit.
No. I'm a ring person. So like, yeah, I gotta respect rings.
Like, okay,
Harden,
Wade
yeah,
did never get his little MVP. Like, he never got an MVP. That's fine. I think that 06 ring with Shaq and them, I think that means more than anything Harden's ever done in his career. And then you got the Heatles and his rings and the ladder of his career. We're gonna talk about that, but you know,
Chicago legend.
that's a yeah.
Chicago.
Cleveland
Okay.
Cavalier, Dwayne Wade.
How I feel about the take? That's my take. I think he's closer to two
I
than he is to
respect
three.
it.
He's closer to two than
I
he is
I mean,
to
that's not
or to four.
that's not
That's
ridiculous. That's not crazy. That's
But
not
like
crazy.
that's Kobe. That's Kobe.
All I want to say, every time Kobe and Dwayne Wade
said-
played, it was a movie. Every single time they played, it was an absolute movie.
True. That's true.
Like,
Yeah. He's top three.
I don't think it's bad.
That's not
Yeah.
a bad take.
Oh,
That's not.
But
that's not
also I'm a Heat fan, so like I'm always.
Yeah.
agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's not
I
a
said
bad
it in the
take.
context of
That's
two
not a bad
Lakers fans. I was trying to get them to like defend Kobe, but I don't hear.
take. I
Like-
mean, we know Kobe's top two.
I mean,
There's
I'd argue that
nothing
Dwayne
breaking
Wade
that.
could be put over Kobe in some scenarios, but I'm not gonna get there.
Now you fucking tripping. Now you smoking.
Nah.
Now you tripping.
I think that-
Now
Nah,
you tweaking.
I think you put Wade on that team. I think you put Wade on those Lakers teams. You don't even want to talk about. He would the
Nah,
stuff
Dennis,
that Kobe was doing. The stuff that Kobe was doing, it would have been that times too. Dwayne Wade was there. That's all I gotta say.
say what you really want to say. You want to say Dwayne Wade the greatest shooting guard of all time? That's what you really want to
I
say.
can't say that. I
You
can't.
You can't say that.
That's really what he.
I know you don't like MJ, but like you can't say that's.
Okay, this is my verbatim statement. I think that the 2 and 3 slot, Kobe and Dwayne Wade, is very interchangeable, and people don't look at it like that just because of all the rings. That's what I'll say. That's what I'm trying to say. I just didn't want to say that off the top.
I mean, you gotta realize Kobe they got robbed of 2 MVPs.
He could get robbed of all the MVPs. He could get robbed of the MVPs if he want. Lexi's done.
I think Wade won't get put over Kobe off of the fact that people don't put respect on Wade's singles run. And like when you think of Dwayne Wade, you think Heatles, you think the big three. But like I think the post Miami run of his career kind of like hurt his stock in the minds of like if you're trying to like compare Kobe and I mean I say that, but then again Kobe was like in his twilight years he wasn't nothing like he wasn't nothing crazy.
I mean, okay, for all intents and purposes, on that 2011 Heat team where Bronny just got there, they lost in the playoffs. I want to say this, for all intents and purposes, you put Kobe on that team, there would never be a question about who's the best player. For that, the reason they lost was obviously they didn't have a verbatim best player number one option. That's why they lost. But for all intents and purposes, Kobe wouldn't be going head to head with LeBron for top player on the team. That's all I got to say. Dwayne Wade did. There was a question. Multiple. I can't do this. I ain't trying to get flamed.
I think you just you're going a little bit too much, right?
I stand on everything I'm saying, but
I think that was more of a thing. Like Dwayne Wade was an established star, and LeBron was. I mean, he's LeBron fucking James, but you're trying to integrate him into Miami, which is already like set in stone. Like this is D Wade's. Like he's a homegrown star.
Right.
Like you're integrating him into the Heat way. To the Heat way that I know it's not what it's. But like. I just
I hear.
So like I don't think like Dwayne Wade was still balling, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it was more. I think it was more of like it wasn't so much like Dwayne Wade was the better player. I think mentally, because Skip Bayless loves to bring it up, LeBron quote wasn't, I guess, mentally ready to be the star at that point. So they needed Dwayne Wade to kind of.
I don't buy into all that. But so far as the rest of this episode, I don't really have much more. So far as segments go. Shit. Is that it? All right. Trent, I want to thank you for coming on, man. You've been a great guest. Great takes, takes.
Of course.
Make sure you check his podcast.
Oh yeah. Sure. Top Notch Hot Takes and Miami Heat Network. Be sure to check them out.